Hello everyone, today we have an unboxing from the Cubicle. Today should be the magnetic Shengshou clock, so let's just get right into it. I've already watched the Cubicle's video on it, and apparently it's no better than the Lingao, but I plan to see if I can interchange some of the parts. There you go. That out. Oh, give me nothing important. Alright, so here they are. I bought two. Nice anime girl. Let's get right into it. I don't care about the box too much. Instruction booklet, box, whatever. Here is the clock. Nice. Come on. Alright, throw that off to the side. So, here it is. So this is magnetic. Pins are kind of stiff. As for turning, that's pretty bad. It's actually really bad. So, first impression, this clock sucks. It's nice having the magnetic pins, and that's mainly the reason I bought this, because my Lingao, this thing, it turns really well. But the pins, they're not falling. Yeah, there we go. The pin just fell. So that will not happen on this because it's magnetic. But yeah, this thing turns really, really bad. So that's what that side looks like. This is what pins got stuck to. I've heard there's another problem. The pins get stuck on this thing. So here's the other side. Same thing. Turns really bad. I'm going to open up the other one. See if that's any better. Again, just same box, so it doesn't matter. Sort it off to the side. So here's the other one. This one already these pins feel a lot nicer, and turning is about the same. It sucks. So first impression, I'm gonna set this thing up. First impression, this thing is not that good. My Lingao is better for sure, but I will open this up. It has the screws right here. I'll open it up. I will apply some 50K to the inner plastic part. I'm gonna see if I can switch out the clocks, because these clocks are sanded down. These are really broken in. This is a really broken in clock. See if I can switch out some of the clocks and lube it up and set it up, and I'll let you know how it is after that. So yeah, first impression, thing's really bad. All I'll do is solve with it. Doesn't even want to turn there. Let's see, where was I? 6. Oh my gosh, turn. It's like I actually can't turn it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just hope this kind of shows you. It's like this is a pretty bad scramble, but we're gonna go with it.
8 seconds.
Man. I'm trying so hard to turn this thing. Is it even solved? Yeah, it's solved. 23 seconds. Now I'll do a solve on this just so you can get an idea. That's pretty nice. See what I mean by these pins just completely fell. So now I have to do that. Let's see. I mean, so I averaged about 9 seconds on clock. That was a 17 because my pins fell. That's the main reason I bought these clocks. But yeah, I'm gonna set them up. I'm gonna probably leave this one stock, and I'm gonna set up this one. So I'll be back with that. All right, so I'm back. I have set this clock up. This one I didn't do anything to, and this is my Lingao. Quick size comparison, by the way. I forgot to do that. They are the exact same size. And comparison to 3x3, this is a worm. Yeah. Anyways, after setting it up, so my final verdict, I think it's actually still a pretty good clock. The first impressions of this thing are really bad. So here's, again, this is what it turned like. Really hard to turn. After setting it up, so what I used some 50K. What you do is you take it apart, which this thing has screws, which is really nice. You could use a Moyu screwdriver that comes with every Moyu puzzle. You take it apart and then you put some lube, 30K or 50K, that's what I like to use, on the black inserts, and then you take a paper towel and rub it so it's really, really thin. If you think you overlubed the clock, you probably did. And then to get rid of that, just keep making it as thin as you possibly can on the black part. When you look at it, it should kind of have like a little glossy look to it. Anyway, so my final verdict on this, I think it's actually pretty good. Compared to an unmagnetized Lingao, keep in mind I'm also very used to this puzzle, so just keep it back in your mind. So far, I noticed it doesn't turn as well. Like, the dials don't turn as well as my Lingao. However, I am still breaking it in. I probably did like 20 solves on it. That's not completely enough to, like, that's not enough to completely break in the lube, but it's still a decent amount. And I was noticing during a solve, one of them made more of a clicking noise than the other, so I don't know why that is when turning the dials. But to keep this review short, if you're gonna buy it and just use it for comp without setting it up, don't do it. Don't even, I hate to say it, don't do clock. If you're just gonna buy one of these and then just go to a competition, this is the unset up one. If you're gonna go to a competition, just do clock. I would strongly advise you open it up and lube it. There are so many really good tutorials on YouTube on how to lube a Rubik's clock. Jahua made one. I'll try to find it and I'll link it. That's what I use. The one difference between his and this one is they're screws, so you don't have to break it and put tape like this. That's where these are really nice. You don't have to break your puzzle. Yeah, so I did some solves on this one. This is the broken and lubed one, and I got like an 8 something average, which for me is actually really good considering I haven't cubed seriously in like half a year. And the magnets definitely do help. So people are saying it catches with pins. I have noticed that a little bit, but I haven't noticed. I'd say it's pretty similar to the Lingao, at least in my experiences. I've never really used a Rubik's brand, but yeah, my final verdict, trying to keep this review as short as possible, I would buy it, and you have to set it up. If you buy it, you have to take it apart, buy some 50K, buy some 30K. I'll link it in the description for Amazon. Buy some of that, set it up, break it in for a little bit, and then you've got a solid clock. You got a solid magnetic clock. If you're going from a Lingao non-magnetic clock like I am to one of these, it's going to start out really bad. Just a heads up, I can barely turn this thing, but then it gets a lot better once you set it up. So yeah, highly recommend if you're into clock solving. If you're gonna go out and just buy this clock and not set it up, I would highly recommend not doing that. I would buy the clock, set it up before you go to a comp, and do at least like 100 solves on it, and then it'll be all good to go. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this review. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm thinking of making more videos with these, and I'm gonna try to exchange some of the dials, some of the clock faces with a Lingao, with the Shengshou clock. So yeah, I don't know if I'll make that a video or not, but yeah, so I'll leave a link in the description for this puzzle. I'll leave, I don't know, like 4 links where you could buy it. And yeah, so out of the box, it sucks. It's really bad. It's just like a Lingao. When you set it up, it's actually pretty good. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.